it's James Bond. And not just James Bond, like not that Daniel Craig stuff we had today.
No,
we talking
this
about
is
that
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore, sci-fi in space.
This is like later Roger Moore too.
Yeah, this gets wild up there. We're talking about like Moonraker.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they should have had Shirley Bassey sing the theme song.
Black Widow, she's a girl.
See how easy that works.
Hey everyone, Double Toasted Live is heading to New York on September 10th, my birthday weekend, and tickets are on sale now. All access and VIP passes are going pretty quickly, so go on over to doubletoasted.com or xlentertainment.com/double-toasted-Brooklyn and get your tickets today. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. Oh, shit, boy. Mickey said, I got that widow. Man, been a year I ain't got my widow, man.
You've been teasing it.
Yeah. Mickey been giving us all these nice Marvel shows, these nice Marvel movies on Disney Plus. And then we come up and like, oh, and he's like, oh, but I got that Black Widow for you. We're like, oh, yeah. Where's my money, bitch? For real, man. Come on, man.
I thought we were boys.
I'm sick, man. Yeah, the first few were free, man. And then they hit us with that Mulan, and people said, and usually when people complain, because Mulan was $30.
Yeah. And
people said, I ain't doing this shit no more.
Right. I paid $30 for that? Hell no. You ain't getting me again. You're right. Oh, but this one's going to be $30 too. All right, give it to me.
Yeah, Mickey's, they said, man, people talked about, I'm not doing that shit again. And Mickey said, I don't give a I bet you will. Yeah, let me show you something real quick. God damn, what the did that guy think he was going to do? You see where he threw that dude?
I know. It's like, you all know who he is, right?
He's and the littlest one out there. He got a big ass dude behind him, but look at him. I'll get you. Oh, shit.
No, it's the whole rule. If I could take down the biggest guy, I'll be the king of the prison.
This goddamn chihuahua right here. Little dog disease, little man syndrome, right? Little dog syndrome. Look at him. Yeah, I'll get my Go on, take your little money right there. Give me my shit. Go on. Yeah. 10, 20, 30. Here, take it. I don't give a fuck no more. Just give me my shit, man. Don't care no more. Mickey fucking Mouse, man. Who the hell do you think he is? Or is it worth that $30 that you will pay to see on Disney Plus? But it will also be in theaters too. So is it worth going back to the movie theater for? This is something that was supposed to be in the theaters right when COVID hit.
That's right.
And they've been pushing this back and pushing it back and pushing it back. And people predicted that it was going to be on Disney Plus, but people kept saying, oh, but that's the way they're going to give everybody out there. That's the one they're going to get the subscribers.
Everybody did think that, but the longer they held on, the more I was like, nah.
And Mickey was still like, bitch, do you not know me?
Right.
I don't care about you.
Come on. He wouldn't do us like that with this. It's too important. It's too big.
Yeah. Nah, man, this is the one. Now, you folks know Black Widow or Natasha Romanoff. Natasha Romanoff right there, man. Natasha Romanoff, like, man, she dead. How the hell she get a movie? And that is true, man. Like, everybody got a movie. Captain America got a movie. Iron Man, he's the one kicked off. They got not a movie, but movies.
They each got 3 movies.
Got 3 movies. She gets one little measly movie, after she dies. Hey, that bitch gone? Green like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I ain't trying to, I'm not trying to get on no feminist thing or anything like that. But I just thought, that now finally now you want to give her a movie. After she sacrificed herself to save billions in the galaxy, man, the universe. Now you want to give her a movie. So now they gave her a movie. Is it worth it?
Ant-Man got 2 movies and he wasn't even there from the beginning.
Man, Ant-Man, don't nobody give a shit about Ant-Man. Well, this is about the adventures of Natasha Romanoff between Captain America Civil War and Endgame. This is her. She's on the run thanks to those goddamn Sokovia Accords.
Yeah. Goddamn Tony Stark. And General Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah. Just won't leave nobody alone, man. Now she's on the run. And during that time, she's trying to stay low. She's actually doing a good job at it. She's got a trailer out in the woods, shit in the forest and everything. She's
got a random black dude to bring her random items.
Yeah. She got her. That's like her little Bow Wow from Tokyo Drift. Got a black dude that can get you things.
Yeah.
I'm surprised motherfucker come up with a trench coat. Hey, I got your shit right here. But she's trying to lay low and doing a pretty good job at doing that until her sister, played by Florence Pugh, comes up and says, "Hey, you know what? I didn't want. Look, you don't like me, and I sure don't like you. But our family, our sisterhood. Well, I got some. Man, that whole thing that what they did to us was messed up. Fortunately, you and I, we able to get out. But all those poor girls in the Black Widow program, they're still stuck in it. And I found a way to get them out. I got the drug, I got the remedy. Turns out that I don't really know what it is, like a powder or something.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Yeah, you know how they do in movies. Yeah. It's a powder they go, where am I?
Years of training just evaporate with a... all that brainwashing, and all it took was a...
Wow! Make this mission go well, we got to get the family back together. No, not Vin Diesel and the rest of them.
You sure?
No, man.
Because I'm seeing like trucks blow up and flip over and this talk of family, and you saying Vin Diesel's not in this?
No, Vin Diesel is nowhere to be seen. We got another big motherfucker here.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
David Harbour. Red Guardian.
Red Guardian, played by David Harbour. And Rachel Weisz, who at one time, that was their family, or so they thought. Let me just say that it didn't end well, but if they're to make this mission succeed, they all have to work together to pull it off. This is the Marvel superhero movie that takes more influences. It takes a lot of influences from spy films, political thrillers. With this, you can actually, I got a recipe for you. You pour in a little Bourne Identity, add a splash of Manchurian Candidate up in there. Generous amount of James Bond. Give me some of that Mission Impossible right there.
Okay.
Actually, don't do that. You stir it, not shake it. You pour it out, and you get Black Widow right here. It has those influences. I would say that it's even more influenced by those genres, those movies, those films, more influenced than the movie that's really identified with that the most.
Are you ready? All it takes is one step.
People are gonna die. I can't let that happen.
That is Winter Soldier, and a lot of people have already been comparing this, and they even predicted, they say, looking at this, it's not going to be your more fantastical, cosmic, sci-fi, crazy, weird Marvel property. This is going to go back to that grounded spy thriller.
Sure.
At first, with this, I used the term, I said that this was Winter Soldier light. Because this feels more like a straightforward action film, even than with Winter Soldier. Because Winter Soldier, you got to give Winter Soldier some credit where other movies are not going to be able to do what Winter Soldier did. Because Winter Soldier was the first one to have that tone in the Marvel universe.
Sure.
It was the first one to have that sort of political thriller, spy thriller, or grounded tone that they have there. Also, they were setting up so much ahead. You know, that's when they were getting ready to set up Civil War later and a few other things.
Yeah.
They set up a lot.
Yeah.
You know, this movie's not setting up as much. You know, the stakes are not as high. That's what I mean by it's just a little more straightforward in its action, or being an action film.
Yeah, it doesn't have the political relevancy that maybe The Winter Soldier did, or definitely not even the TV show. It is more it's more spy fantasy than anything. The thing that makes it Marvel is maybe the humor that goes in between and the banter between the characters. Otherwise, this didn't need you. If you didn't know they were Marvel movies, you wouldn't know this was going to be one of them.
You know, you've heard what I said already. Yeah, it's a little straightforward. There's nothing really meaty there. This is cool. This is kind of flighty. It's fun. But the more I thought about it, I was like, man, you know, this is kind of heavy in its own way. I would say that it's way darker than Winter Soldier. Now, you probably don't understand what I'm saying here. But
I do not. I'm completely baffled at this point.
No, I looked at this, and it's way darker for me than Winter Soldier. You know, now we have the story of taking unwanted, unloved orphan girls and turning them into cold killers, like programming them into being cold killers is actually kind of depressing in a way, the way this movie goes. And that's where the Manchurian Candidate comes in. The element of that comes in there. You know, it added some depth to the routine action scenes that they have here. Because every time they had to kill one of the sisters right there, I'm like, man, that's kind of fucked up. I was like, you know, those girls, they never had anyone to love. No one ever loved them, and now they're dead.
Nobody cares.
No one ever will. No one will ever remember their names. I was like, damn, that's kind of rough. Okay, but
yeah,
all right, you know
that was not a smart move.
No, you know what? Shit, I'm trying to help you out. You trying to stick me when I'm trying to pull you up. You know, fuck you. And then they're gonna turn around and they're gonna sound surprised when you get dropped after you tried to stab my hand. What the fuck you think was gonna happen? Help me!
What? Keep helping me. What are you doing? Don't let me go.
They've been trying to shank my thumb off. They've been trying to pull you up. You know, and I thought about this and looking at this. I was like, man, you know, even looking at certain scenes there, and I don't know if they did this on purpose, but you saw how my girl got dropped right here. And I was like, wow, you know, that's kind of eerie considering that that's kind of Natasha was looking at her fate, being that's kind of the way that she died too, being let go and dropped off of a cliff. So, you know, when you think about it, man, this shows how underneath all the action, underneath all the effects that they have here, underneath all the light parts that they have here, the movie really is kind of a tragedy, considering the mental abuse and all the cruelty that these orphans suffered, and knowing that, well, shit, Natasha's gonna die somewhere down the line, and she doesn't even know how lonely her death is gonna be. You know, it's like, wow, underneath it all, there is some substance of tragedy there. And I thinking about that, I was like, man, I appreciated the movie for that. Mm-hmm. But you know, don't worry, there's plenty of action. I ain't saying that, you know, because like I'm thinking about it like, well, damn, that's kind of a bummer. But you know,
that's what you made it sound.
Well, shit, because y'all are thinking, oh man, I want to watch this shit. I want to have some fun. You know, I'm just saying I appreciate the substance that is there underneath, and not them having to lay it on real heavy on the front end. You know, watching this, there's plenty of action to keep you distracted, you know, to keep the movie going, to keep you from feeling bad. I like the way that it's compartmentalized. The movie's compartmentalized in a way to where they kind of section it off based on the influences that they have. Sure. You know, like when I'm watching this, the beginning of the movie, that's the grounded part. That's the one that takes place in the 90s. It's a flashback. Mm-hmm. This is where we see young Natasha, which I got to say, damn, whoever they cast as that girl, they did a great job at that, man. Yeah, that little girl looks just like her.
In the lips.
And if you see right here, yeah, it is in the lips, just powder. And if you see right here, little Easter egg, they gave her Captain America hair. Hair looks like a shield right there. Yeah. That part in the 90s, the movie opens up, and I don't want to tell you too much, but the movie opens up with young Natasha. And again, adding to the melancholy of this, man, because the beginning opens up, it's more grounded, and it's like this show, The Americans, man.
Yeah, I love the opening of this movie.
The opening is great, man. It's a great setup where you're introduced to the family. David Harbour, Rachel Weisz, and you see little Natasha and
Yelena.
Yelena. You see little Yelena there, man, and they look like a happy family until you learn that they're all Russian spies. And it's kind of a heartbreaking scene, seeing them be split up. And also knowing that not only are they going to be split up, but they're going to. It's one thing to like pull these girls out, telling them, "Hey, guess what? I ain't your real daddy. Fuck you."
I know. No. It'd be one thing if you got a decent "I'm not your daddy, fuck you," rather than your daddy just walking off and like smoking a cigarette, talking to his bosses and leaving and going to his next job.
You're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Dad got to go.
Right. You girls, it'll be all right. Can we just go? Yeah, just let me talk to him for a second. You'll be all right. Go on.
Man, it's one thing to have your reality broken like that, just shattered. But it's another knowing these little girls, they're heartbroken, and they're going to be taken away to be trained to be little psychopaths.
Yeah.
Little brainwashed psychopaths, man. Later on, you get into the next section, which is, that's where this movie taking place between Civil War and Endgame. Natasha's out there hiding out, and this is the Jason Bourne section that they do right here. This is her on the run, trying to, eventually having to confront her past and what was done to her and all these other people. And it amps up quickly right there to the Mission Impossible style action scenes.
Okay, anytime now, please. Shut up.
There was a 16-year-old today that did that in driving school. I just think, man, parallel parking, it gets them every time. Boy, I even jumped when I saw the movie. I'm not gonna lie to you, I swerved. I was quiet about like shit. The action scenes right here, I'm not going to say that of course the CG is incredible because they got the money, but Marvel has been putting out so many well-filmed movies lately, even in their shows like Loki. The cinematography is so great. Mm-hmm. The Eternals looks great. Here, this is I don't think the cinematography is as great. The action they have here is pretty great. But the cinematography, I won't say it's anything that stands out a lot. Some of the other stuff they have here, but the action here is pretty cool. Like I said, it's more Mission Impossible style stuff they got going on.
Yeah. Mission Impossible, Bourne, Identity.
Yeah. This is all before ending with the climax where it's James Bond. And not just James Bond, like not that Daniel Craig stuff we had to do.
No,
we're talking
this
about
is
that.
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore, sci-fi in space.
This is like later Roger Moore too.
Yeah, it gets wild up there. We're talking about like Moonraker. Or
exactly.
Yeah,
they should have had Shirley Bassey sing the theme song.
Black Widow, she's a girl.
See how easy that works.
Despite the deep, dark themes that we have here and the depths of tragedy that we have here, it still becomes more of the Marvel playbook of action that we have near the end. It goes to where we expect.
Yeah.
And it goes to where we expect these kind of blockbusters to go. It goes to where we definitely expect Marvel to definitely go. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, except that I just felt that it didn't have the same amount of characterization that it had, or character development that it had early on in the movie. So those standard action scenes that we have, they're going to do it. So don't act like they're going to do something revolutionary. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I wish that we would have had more out of some of the characters, especially the villain, Taskmaster. Taskmaster was something that I thought was going to be more of a character in here. Not really that much. He doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, that's the thing, because Taskmaster just itself has such potential to be something. Somebody who copies any kind of fighting style, or not power, but fighting style he sees, and has all that from the Avengers. Coming up into this is like, wow, that's you really cut the balls off of this character.
Yeah.
I mean, because even before, I was discussing with some people, we were talking about like, what they can do with this character afterwards, and it's probably going to be a major villain in all the other movies. And here it's just like, you can leave now.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah.
I can do that. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Nah, man, Taskmaster I was disappointed with. I thought he was going to be a lot more in the movie. Now, some people will like what they probably do with this character.
I doubt it, because even at its best, it's a Terminator ripoff.
You know, as far as a lot of the other players in the movie, I liked everyone. Rachel Weisz and David Harbour as Melinda Vostokov and Alexei Shoskotov. Anything that ends with a V. or an F. That damn Carl Stroganoff. They come in here. I would say that sometimes I felt like they made them a little too jokey. They come in and they got jokes the whole time. Yeah. They started this movie out with such a tragic event. They coming in later on with goddamn material for their their amateur night.
Yeah. When they get the family back together, it might as well have been, boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Yeah. It's that.
Black Widow was filmed before a live studio audience.
Look, and I get it. For a movie that has a lot of heavy themes, such as, abuse of girls, mental abuse of girls, physical abuse of girls, I get where they need to come in and bring it in. I thought sometimes they could have eased back on it just a little bit.
You're just as beautiful and as supple as the day they staged our marriage.
You got fat.
In other words, fuck off.
Uncomfortable family dinner where the kids are just kind of eating and looking around, wanting to be anywhere else.
Yeah, she ripped the Band-Aid on that real quick. Hey, you got fat. She didn't say not now or leave me alone.
Yeah.
Hey, you're fat. Hey man, okay. I actually like that about David Harbour.
Yeah.
As what you call the Red
Guardian.
The Red Guardian, man. I actually like the concept because he really is Captain America. If Captain America was Russian and stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah. Because his government turned on him.
Yeah.
Or abandoned him.
It really does show how, man, Steve Rogers really was special.
Yeah.
Because everybody else
who got that formula.
Everybody else got the super soldier serum. They either went crazy or they just said, fuck it. They got fat, horny.
End up in jail.
Jail. Y'all leave David Harbour alone, man. Y'all don't ever want this man to be slim and sexy.
They don't. or maybe he's just like, listen, I just can't do it.
Yeah. Fuck.
I can pack on the muscles, but I can't lose the weight. So just whatever you got.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
He's an agent. I got a new role. Is the character fat? Yes. Yeah, man, because I've seen pictures of David Harbour, man, when he's slim. I mean, look, I'm not even making fun of him because he doesn't look bad even when he's got weight.
No, he
doesn't. Looks burly. He actually looks good.
Like even when he's in the suit, he's like, oh, it still fits, and you're supposed to go like, you fat piece of shit. But I was like, I don't know, it don't look that bad.
He look big enough to beat your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, he looks like he can do what he needs to do.
He's burly. Yeah, there's scenes in there where he's in jail and he's got his shirt off and he's kind of pot belly, but it's like, fuck, man, it works.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, y'all want that dad battle him all the time. The man's been slim. Slim, good buddy for a long time, man.
Right.
Y'all don't want him. Y'all want him with that dad battle all the time. But I mean, maybe you're right. Shit, there's a picture where he's actually looking at himself where he's all toned up and everything. He's like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, because he's like, that means I can barely eat. I can't drink water.
I can't smoke this cigarette.
Yeah, it's a miserable existence. I ain't doing this.
He's like, you know what? Whatever concept art you got right there, throw that in the trash.
I'll play whatever superhero you got for me, but if you got one that's fat, I'm all about that.
No, David, we ain't shaming him.
No, not at all.
No, he's actually really funny in the movie.
Yeah.
He
was actually my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, man, he's really good in the movie. Like I said, if anything, it feels like they're just kind of really trying to force the jokes in a little bit too much sometimes. But even with all the joking, man, like I said, the movie comes back to some some moments that I like in there. In the movie, you know, like I said, the second part is not as strong as the first part to me, because there's so many good things that they do in that first half. The stuff with Natasha laying low, I really like that. I really like that you had all those nice human exchanges. Mm-hmm. Like, one of my favorite characters in here, I think the person I was really kind of impressed by the most was the character of Rick Mason, played by O.T. I got to be careful how I say this. O.T. Fagbinyi.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a British actor, you know, he's, like we said, he's the go-to guy, the guy that gets her things.
Right.
You know, he kind of works in the black market and gets her whatever she needs while she's hiding out. Imagine the dude that was always helping Walter White in Breaking Bad.
Sure.
Except not as creepy. And a little more polite, a little more charming. I'll tell you what was funny about that character, though, because I think he was trying to fuck Natasha.
Yeah, no, that was coming through, and I was like, man, she is giving him no play. He's getting her everything she wants. He's throwing those hints out there, and she's just smiling and walking away. Like, God, you at least acknowledge what he's saying. Come on.
My man pulled some shit. He pulled it. And some dudes, don't tell me you haven't done this. He pulled that shit when he was waiting on that trailer, and he conveniently fell asleep in her bed.
Yeah.
I don't know what he thought, but he did that shit like, oh, I must have fallen asleep. I didn't hear you come in. What did you think? She was just going to climb in bed with you? Doing that thing where she's like, he's like, I got everything you need. She's like, okay, thank you. You need anything else, you let me know. Thank you. And you just stand at the doorway. You sure you got it? Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it went down like that every time.
And he's always talking about it. I'd always giving her freebies, too.
Yeah. You know, it wasn't easy getting this for you. I had to, I burned a lot of bridges to do it. I don't know if it's nice I got money and all, but it's not really the same as compensation.
Negro, you know I was a psychotic killer at one time, right?
Yeah,
get the fuck out of my trailer.
I know you had to fuck some dudes to get where you are. I'm just saying, you know, if you're going to do that to some nasty diplomat, what about a nice guy like me who helps you out?
Always talking about it wasn't easy. She's like, yeah, this ass ain't easy either. Get the fuck out of here. And Ray Winstone, I'm not going to tell you a lot about this character, but Ray Winstone is actually really good.
Okay, no. I so disagree. I want to throw up right now.
I thought he was good. I thought that, again, the villainous turn that he had to take was a little put on too much, but I thought he was all right. I liked him. You did not like him.
No.
Yeah, I actually like him. I guess we disagree on it, because I do. But why don't you like him without giving too much away?
He is the biggest offender of a problem throughout this movie. Is all these wall-to-wall Russian characters. Not only is none of the actors Russian, they have just the worst Russian accents.
Thank you.
And he doesn't even try. He's just about as British as he could have come out of MI6.
And that's what I appreciate. Like, he didn't even try. And I don't think, you know what, because
Ray Winstone's he's got like such a British accent, and I was like, man, everybody else, okay, I'm stretching to go with this, and you just made this impossible. And his character is it's too Bond villainish.
No, that is. I didn't like the way they wrote his character, but I do like him. Now, I'll tell you why I liked him, because I liked him better in another part of the movie than I liked him at the beginning, because he looks silly as hell at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. He's supposed to look younger and Russian. He looks Cuban.
Yeah.
He looks Cuban, and now that I think about it, he sounds Cuban. But man, thank you. I forgot to even mention that these accents come and go, all of them. There's only one person who does well, but all these other accents that these people are doing, like this, y'all heard at this scene at the table. I'll play it a little bit more, man. These accents, they are coming and going. I mean, as they please.
Yes.
These accents have a free pass.
You hire nothing but Brits and Americans to play Russians. This is what happens.
It's like these accents, while they're talking, they decide to get up and just go take a bathroom break or a smoke break. They just walk out, walk back in. I mean, let's listen to this again.
Back together again.
family construct was just a calculated ruse that only lasted 3 years, I don't think
that shit is all bouncing all over the room.
It is.
Somebody catch that accent.
Yeah, I know.
It's like somebody took a rubber ball and just bounced it against the wall. That shit is all over the place.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. And, always with Scarlett never having the accent in any of the movies, it's almost like they start them off like, well, they grew up undercover pretending to be Americans, and that's why she doesn't have the accent. And they're already saying, like, well, they only did that for 3 years, so that don't explain it. And it certainly don't explain why everybody else's accent is in and out.
Hell yeah. Shit. David Harbour and Rachel Weisz, they'd be better off playing Moose and Squirrel up.
Right?
I thought one person was doing it fine. I thought the person I really like here is Florence Pugh, because she's kind of still in the movie from Scarlett Johansson, which makes sense because she's going to be groomed to be the next Black Widow or some hero. She's going to,
White Widow.
White Widow, is that it?
Yeah.
So she's going to be, she's going to be playing a big part later. So, they're grooming her to take the place of Scarlett Johansson, which is like, fuck, man. Damn, that girl had to die to get her own movie, and she can even have all of that.
I know.
Because she does, Frances Pugh does pretty much just come in and just say, it's kind of, I get the fuck out the way. She moves her, man, and she takes over.
Her accent is pretty bad, too, but she has a deep voice, a natural deep voice. So it sounds like she's using that, sort of like training wheels, to make it seem like it's better than what it is.
Yeah, hers didn't bother me that much.
That's why.
They didn't stand out, because the others, I was just, whenever they talk, I was like,
yeah, some fingernails on a chalkboard.
Stop, please. What did I call her? Florence Pugh. I call her Frances Pugh.
It's easy to make that mistake.
I know. Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
I call her Frances Pugh. Florence Pugh.
I bet she gets that all the time. Probably from her boyfriends. They aren't doing anything that they haven't already done with the Winter Soldier movie and show, except it doesn't feel that sense of urgency. It's like everybody steals the movie from Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
She's just kind of there. She's just there to bring together all the wacky characters and go through this slightly overblown standard spy plot. So much of this movie feels like a Phase 1 movie. Mm-hmm. Where they aren't really stretching their muscles to show all they can do. And something you complained about all the time, legitimately so, is that the ending is something blowing up in the sky.
Yeah.
And this one goes whole hog on that.
Yeah.
And it's just henchmen getting killed, things blowing up, explosion after explosion. Honestly, it felt to me like a contractual obligation. Like where it's like we said we were going to do it, we did it. We did some cool things, but we ain't impressing nobody here.
Yeah. What would you rate it?
I would give it a high rental.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying, because I say Marvel does it all the time. You hit it right there. Something high up in the air or is actually in the sky and stuff is blowing up. And I told you earlier in this review, that is exactly where they go. Definitely the first half of this movie, I think, is stronger than the second half. I thought that Marvel was taking some bold steps with the story of the abused girls. As I said, underneath it all, it's a tragedy. Knowing where Natasha's going to go and knowing how all these girls are, it even ends in a way where it's kind of like, well, there's still a huge question of what do we do here? So it's Marvel still maintaining some good subtext behind all of this, even though this is not their strongest film in any of these entries right here. Two reasons I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more of these. One, because I do think that they can improve.
Yes.
And they do set up for some more adventures here. Like I said, she's on the run, and I think it'd be cool to see what happens. Maybe an even stronger lead up into what we see with Endgame. Something that might actually even tie it in.
Yeah, because there's no real tie-ins at all.
Yeah. So
except for the Stinger.
Yeah, it's Stinger, which feels like a commercial.
It does. I was like, wait, this all existed just so you could set up something else?
Yeah, it's probably one of the more commercial feeling Stingers that they have. I'd give it a matinee. I would even kind of, I don't know if because of the accents being so bad and things that are noticeable like that, I don't know if I'd go as far as a as a high matinee, but I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it, and it's something I enjoyed the more I actually thought about it, because when I walked away, I was like, again, that kind of feels like what you said, something Marvel would have done earlier. Mm-hmm. But the more I thought about it, the more I did actually enjoy the film. So, yeah, it's a matinee for me, especially if you're making me want to see more. So somebody says, somebody thinks that they know what it is. Hey, we're not saying a word.
Say a goddamn thing.
Not saying a word, comrade. That accent is bad. Yeah, I could have been in this movie.
I know.
Maybe I'm auditioning for this right here.
Yeah, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
The Black Russian.
Yes. They're calling me the Black Russian, comrade. Shit, you're high. Really? I'll play.
All right, David Harbour, hit the brakes.
Yes.